World Cup 2026 is in full swing now, and it feels like every day there's another match worth paying attention to. And at the same time, something I've noticed over the past few years is that major events like this are becoming more connected with blockchain technology. And honestly, that's not really surprising anymore. Lots of things that used to happen through traditional websites and services are gradually moving toward Web3 infrastructure, and football is starting to become part of that shift as well. Anyway, I've been testing crypto platforms for somewhere around 12 years now, and whenever I see a new system getting attention during a large event like the World Cup, I like to open it up and see how it actually works. So that's what I'll be doing here. And before talking about how everything operates behind the scenes, I'd rather start with the platform itself and go through the process exactly the way a regular user would. So, the first thing on the homepage is the wallet connection section. There are several supported options available here, different wallets, different connection methods, nothing unusual if there's already some experience with crypto apps. Alright, that's done. My address is showing up at the top of the screen now, so the connection appears to be active. And right after logging in, full tournament schedule becomes available. Everything is laid out pretty clearly. Upcoming matches are grouped together, there are filters to sort through different categories, and further down there's a separate area showing games that have already been completed. Okay, so for the demonstration, I'll open one of the fixtures that's coming up next. So, right away, there's a summary page with all the basic information. Teams are listed here, the available prediction choices are displayed underneath, and next to each option is a corresponding value that updates dynamically. Scrolling a little further, there are additional selections available depending on the type of outcome being forecasted. I'll choose one of the available options. From here, I can choose the token I want to use, enter the amount, and the numbers adjust automatically based on the parameters I've entered. Everything looks correct, so I'll approve the request. Okay, protocol is now processing the transaction, and a few moments later, the confirmation comes through. So now my position appears directly inside this dashboard. Once the match is officially completed, the information connected to this position updates automatically, and any resulting changes are reflected in my connected wallet. After that, the same process can be repeated for any fixtures on the schedule, simply choosing Next Match, selecting a prediction, and tracking the results as the tournament continues. So after going through the entire workflow, one thing that stands out is how little friction there is between each step. Wallet handles authorization, blockchain handles verification, and the platform itself acts more like a layer that connects everything together. That approach has become much more common across Web3 over the last few years. What's also useful is that support isn't limited to a single wallet. MetaMask, Trust Wallet, Kraken Wallet, along with several other options that most crypto users are already familiar with. That means there's no need to learn an entirely new system just to get started. So from a usability perspective, everything feels fairly straightforward. The process is easy to follow, the information is easy to find, and the entire workflow remains visible from beginning to end. And looking at the bigger picture, it feels like another example of how digital technologies continue finding their place inside events that already attract a global audience. World Cup 2026 brings together millions of people across different countries, and blockchain applications are gradually becoming another part of that broader digital environment.